Hello, brothers and sisters. Father Nathaniel, National Chaplain for the Lumen Institute. It's great to see you all again, and we are in Lent now. It's March. Hard to believe how fast the year is going. And so we're continuing our exploration of the virtues, right? The virtues which embody the heart of Jesus and make us more like Jesus, the Lord, the leader par excellence. And so we've gone through prudential decision-making and self-mastery, and now we're moving on to fairness, right? Fairness. And as I've mentioned before, I'm encouraging and I'm challenging all of you to really pull out your handbooks this year and go through them. And so I want to have it here in this video with me just to encourage you that I'm also reading it. And so Lumen defines fairness, which the church often refers to with the cardinal virtue of justice, defining fairness as giving God and others their due in thought, word, and deed, right? Giving God and others their due in thought, word, and deed. So giving God his due, right? God is our creator. God is the one who loves us. God gave us everything. How can we not give back to God? How can we not want to give God everything? Our time, our worship, our praise, first place in our decision making, all of that we're a good steward of everything we have, right? God deserves everything from us, right? And so we put him at the center. That's the fair thing to do. That's the just thing to do. And so that reflects, we know in Lumen we stress a lot, daily prayer life, going to Mass, going to service on the weekends, making God part of your daily activities, right, in your family life. But also treating others and giving them their due, right? Jesus taught us by example to love your neighbor as yourself. The second great commandment, love your neighbor as yourself. So this virtue of fairness means to treat someone not so much as a means to an end, to get what I want, to achieve what I want at work, to achieve my dreams in life, but rather to treat others as an end in themselves, as someone equal to you, and ultimately someone who Jesus said, I'm willing to shed my blood for that person. I love them just as much as I love you, and I take personally how you treat that person, right? Remember from St. Paul, he said, Saul, Saul, to St. Paul, like, why are you persecuting me, when he was hurting the Christians? Jesus identifies with that homeless person. He identifies with your husband or wife. He identifies with your children. He identifies with your staff at work. And so the way you treat them is the way you treat Jesus. And that is a very sobering thought. And I really invite you this month to pause on that and ask yourself, do I really treat those at my side fairly? Do I really give them their due? Right? In my family life, again, the handbook has a lot of great little insights. I would encourage you to pull them out and chew on them a little bit, like, a good snack each day. Like in family life, fairness, it looks like, right, trying to see things from others' perspective, how hard it is to see things from your wife's or your husband's perspective, right? That's not an easy thing to do, and it takes effort. Or from your children's perspective, it gives without counting the cost. It teaches by example as well as words. What it doesn't do is it doesn't play favorites, right? What it doesn't do is play favorites. It doesn't demand that everyone serve you, right? It doesn't look like you feel sorry for yourself, right? It means not complaining in moments of emotional tension, etc. In business, what does it look like? Well, having that you stick to clear standards, that you apply the standards and rules according to a particular situation or an individual, that you get ahead by hard work, ingenuity, and planning, treating all people like people. What it doesn't look like is expect everyone to obey you implicitly, or deceive, lie, or make false promises. Sacrifice human dignity for profit. Okay, I think you get the point. A lot of great things there, and it's not an easy virtue to live in our world today. And it's very easy to perhaps think that I'm being fair because I give God his due, but deep down, I'm putting conditions to God. And hence, I'm not really treating God fairly because I put limits to what I'm willing to give and be and do for him. And the same thing with the people at my side, whether it's a family member, relative, staff member, or for that matter, the homeless or some other person that seemingly randomly you cross paths with. Do you put conditions to rendering the due to them? And rather you do what's comfortable for you, what you enjoy doing. And that's not the virtue of fairness, right? That's the virtue, or that's actually more the vice of self-centeredness, right? Self-focus, not the virtue of fairness. So, brothers and sisters, I invite us as we go through this Lenten season to continue to let ourselves be stretched to become more Christ-like, this month in particular in the virtue of fairness. God bless you. Have wonderful meetings in your teams and your groups this month. Praying for you, and God bless. Take care.